so far. I mean, I didn't think he'd be very believable in Dune. I think he's very believable in Dune. He's great in that movie.
Gays really do just like. Even I love the skeleton face white boys, but he is like skeleton to the like. I was watching Call Me by Your Name, and the way his leg was like on another guy, I was like, wow, that's literally a bone with skin on it. Like he's not thick at all. Nothing.
Evan Peters, I feel like, would be a good Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe when he was younger.
He's a little like typecasting.
He might be a little too old for that now.
But I mean, Timothée Chalamet, he's just, he's a good-looking dude.
How old is he now?
Who's that?
Evan Peters.
He's probably 30-something, yeah. I was clicking around and Call Me by Your Name was on. I was like, 30. I'm going to keep clicking.
Why on earth would you want to watch Call Me by Your Name?
I've seen it.
Why?
It's not just for gay people,
Yes,
you know.
it is.
No, it's not. You guys are the ones with your pants down watching it. It's still a good movie.
And this is being as
Michael Stolbarg as the dad is awesome. That guy's great in everything.
Being as objective as possible, I don't think if I wasn't a homosexual, I would have watched that movie.
It was still it was a fine movie.
Like
nothing wrong with it.
That movie that was everyone.
There's a lot of movies you wouldn't watch if you weren't gay.
There's a lot of movies I don't watch because I am gay.
Such as?
Like Fast
Hall Pass with
19.
Jason Sudeikis. What?
Like Fast 19 or like...
Well, that's got nothing to do with being gay. What's gayer than the Fast and Furious movies?
You should watch those.
Come on.
It's a bunch of like...
It's all pistons.
Testosterone.
Yeah, they're grabbing gear
men,
shifts the whole movie.
The 50 Shades of Grey. I was like, oh, God. I don't need to watch the movie. I don't need the storyline. Let me see the sex scenes. And then the sex I was like, I would not go to the movie and pay for like what they were showing. I thought it was going to be like hardcore, and it wasn't.
Why would you think it was going to be hardcore?
Because that's what it's like in the book.
But it's not NC-17.
But it's still an R-rated movie, and it's
not enough.
Well, fortunately for you,
don't read no books.
Fortunately for you, you can dial dudes up on your phone, and they'll come right over.
That's not the point.
Huh?
That's not the point. I want
That's
to
not
watch.
the point.
I want to be entertained.
Yeah. Are you not entertained? Oh.
Hello.
Hello, Grinder's here.
Who is this?
Delivery for Grinder for...
Oh.
Is this the Poundcake Penthouse?
I was hoping it was Uber Teats.
Is this Squifle Tower? Do you have a doorbell, Poundcake, at your place?
I have one of those where they can walk into the little foyer area, press a button, and it goes to my...
It buzzes your apartment.
It goes to my phone. It's not... I mean, it's old, but...
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
They do that now? You don't have a buzzer anymore?
Most of them now buzz to your phone.
Oh.
But usually I just come down and get
Which
them
is
because
nice.
I don't expect them to know how to work it. I
like the old buzzers.
I don't want them going to the wrong apartment like, hey, I'm here. You feeling hot? You ready to go? No. Or like, hurry up, don't keep me waiting. I'm horny or something like that. I don't want to do that.
Hurry up, don't keep me waiting. Timothée Chalamet's next movie is that Wonka film,
Oh, that's true.
which is like a young Willy Wonka and how he came to meet the Oompa Loompas. Who wouldn't want to watch probably 2 hours and 45 minutes of that?
It's an origin story.
Everybody's mad that Hugh Grant is an Oompa Loompa. They're like, why didn't they cast a short actor? It's like, okay, Peter Dinklage was busy. Who else you got that anyone might know?
Brad Williams, comic.
Stop.
What?
Nobody knew who the original Oompa Loompas were. You don't need a name.
No, they're
actor.
well, right, but I mean, I think you might need somebody other than Timothée Chalamet. I mean, even if you like him in a movie, you're like, I want to see who else is in it. I mean, you gotta pad your order with something.
I get mad when, again, this is just a me problem. I get mad when people are too successful at one time. Like,
I know you do, sweetie, but don't.
They're in too many movies.
I get mad when people are too successful. You wouldn't be mad if you were. What constitutes too successful?
Timothy Chalamet has had a lot of movies just in the past 2 years.
He's like the it boy right now because he's young. He's only 27. When he's 35, he's gonna be doing a couple movies a year, and nobody's gonna care that much anymore.
Okay, well, I guess
right. I mean,
I just kind
He's
of
having his Adrian Brody moment. He was in a bunch of stuff and then went away. Greg Kinnear had that kind of blow up.
Adrian Brody, he won an Oscar for The Pianist like 20 years ago, and
Oh.
I just watched Predators with him in it.
Oh yeah,
and Topher Grace. It was good. Yeah, I like those different iterations of those Predator movies because it's all based on the cast. Like the monsters are the same. You know what they do. But it was good.
I think the real message of those movies is that people are the real monsters. No, that's not that.
That's not what it is.
That's not what it is.
said bread and butter pickles are the real monsters.
That's what people think.
Yeah. That's
I
right.
love them.
Yeah.
The other day, you guys were talking about sports, and you asked Poundcake, what's a foul ball in reference to baseball? Wow. I don't even know where to begin. I don't even pay attention to sports. I don't care at all. But you don't even need to pay attention to sports to know what a foul ball is. It just sneaks in through just living life. And somehow, Poundcake sort of floundered on this answer. He wasn't certain in his reply. He was saying stuff like, it's a ball that goes to the right of first base, which isn't wrong. But the fact that there's not an answer, like a finger snap answer, absolutely incredible. I'm dead serious. MMS, Alan, Hodgkiss, whoever the hell. That's why we tune in. That's why AC is at number one, way above any sports talk radio, because that is more entertaining than sports talk radio. Hearing Poundcake try to describe what a foul ball is a really special thing. That's why you have my vote, brother. I'll see you at the podium. Best sports talker in Cleveland. God bless. R.I.P. Rick, brother.
Boy, you packed a lot in there.
There's a lot.
That's what it is, Poundcake. That's why you've been nominated.
Our own line drive Peter.
Our own line drive Peter. That's right.
I appreciate that.
See, listen to that. First of all, I think it's a little unfair. Why would anybody know what a foul ball is if they aren't paying attention? I mean, you don't learn that through osmosis. I think it's weird to say who doesn't know what a foul ball is. Probably a lot of people don't know what a foul, not grown-ups, but I mean, you know.
Well,
Poundcake's very, he's very juvenile in a lot of his thinking. And so, you know, I don't see why you'd be automatically think somebody knew what a foul ball was.
follow with me, though, because try to follow me.
I
guess.
will try.
There's two types of foul balls. There's if you hit a ball and it goes right of first base, then that's a foul ball. But if someone throws a foul ball at you, then that's like it goes right of home or like.
No one's throwing a foul ball at you.
Foul balls are only hit.
So that's just a ball then.
Yes.
If it's a bad pitch.
It's a poorly, it
it's
could be
a
a wild
wild
pitch.
pitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
But a foul ball is always a hit
I
ball.
like how he's like, let me explain this.
No, he said try to follow me.
Yeah.
He didn't say let me explain. He said try to follow me, and I tried, and I think succeeded. But
I knew
that guy's all about it.
The only reason why baseball I kind of understand is because that was the only sport that we played as kids. I understood the rules. We had garbage around our yard, so we would just take like a chip bag and like use it as bases. So I got that.
Garbage around our yard.
I was always too small and wasn't fast enough and didn't understand the rules of football, so I never played. Basketball, I would always double dribble and they said I was too gay and I would be brushing up against dudes. They didn't want me guarding them, so I couldn't play that. So baseball was like the only one where I was like, okay, I understand the rules, so I go along to get along. And I would kind of play and do a good hit.
Okay. Well, listen, he's put a lot of thought into it, but I think I'd be very surprised, per that caller, if Poundcake could be held to the standard of immediately knowing what something is like that. Speaking of foul balls, Donald Trump. Stormy Daniels has settled the debate over Trump's weight in a way that only she can. It's not really a debate, when he got arrested and booked and all that.
We got the facts. 6'3", 215.
6'3", 215 pounds is what he listed himself. Now, he lies about everything else. And so there's no reason to think that he wouldn't. I'm more curious about how he arrived at that weight. You've seen no shortage of photos of him standing shoulder to shoulder with people who are 6'3", and he's not even close to being as tall as they are. No one obviously believes that Donald Trump is built like Muhammad Ali was. And Stormy Daniels tweeted out as much. She said, I'm not a scale or a doctor, but I have spent time beneath some 215-pound men, and Tiny was not one of them. I mean, I can't believe that we didn't immediately go, to get Stormy Daniels data from her. He's plopped that giant sack on top of her. And, well, she's telling you. What do you think she does? That's why people know who she is. I mean, you know, some people remember Stormy Daniels from porn, but she got to be a global figure because Trump climbed on top of her. So if anybody knows what 215 pounds would feel like, it would be her. So back in April, when they had to weigh him in because of the whole, I don't know, they had some thing with Stormy Daniels, they said, well, he's lost a little bit of weight this time. So maybe that's good news. Listen, you want to stay healthy, you know? You want to take care of yourself. Hey, Justin.
Hey, what's happening?
What's going on?
Hey, not a whole lot, man. First time caller. Hey, the show.
Hey, thank you.
Right on. Did you read the original Chocolate Charlie and the Factory? I don't know the name of the movie.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, all of them. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So the original Oompa Loompas. Are you hip to the story?
Yeah, I read it 1,000 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, but they were stolen from Africa, right? So I'm just curious. Do you think that they're going to do that in this new movie?
Well, no, they're never going to have. No, they're going to have tiny black actors in orange face. Is that what you're asking about?
That'd be funny too, but it'd be great if they could keep it as original as possible, right?
No, I mean in the before he finished the book, Charlie was a black kid too, and he didn't think because I think Roald Dahl, the author Roald Dahl, I think he was like a racist and an anti-Semite. I mean, all those fun things that people were back then. And he said, well, if I have a black kid in this book, nobody will buy the book. So I think he downshifted to Oompa Loompas were African pygmies.
Yeah, that's a hell of a downshift, man.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you're going to make, listen, any movie they make out of a book, they kind of sand off all the rough edges, you know, so.
Right. So, I was just curious to see what your take on it would be because I know they're not going to do it, man.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Justin.
All right, brother.
All right. It's Justin in Akron. Now, flash forward to 2023, you know, they're doing more than sanding off the rough edges. I mean, they've made big changes to that book. That's what's most interesting to me about books that are changed over time, whether you believe they should or not. I'm of the mind that I think original texts should be preserved as they were because it's kind of a snapshot of where the writer was at that time or whatever. The whole let's take these words out because people happen to not like them right now, I don't care for that at all. But it gets done because they are still trying, you know, publishing companies aren't looking to just constantly be dealing with people whining over words in books. So like the current...
Also, people aren't even reading these books. They're just mad about the stuff.
Well, I think you get mad about it if you read the book. I mean, you have to read...
If you see an article about the book.
Yeah.
That's just as likely.
I guess so. Again, I don't know what kids are being allowed to read or not allowed to read, you know, but Charlie and the Chocolate Factory...
They don't want to read books, they want to watch YouTube.
Yeah. Well, there are plenty of kids reading books. I mean, books still sell. People are like, how are these publishing companies not all bankrupt? Because people still read. Mary reads them all the time.
I do. And I buy them new.
Right.
I buy books brand new, so
yeah.
Which is not a very popular thing to do. People tell me I'm stupid all the time. Because, I mean, really, either get a library card or go to, like, a half-price bookstore. What? But I just order it usually on Amazon because I'm like, this is the easiest
It's your money.
to do this, right? And it's like $15.
Yeah, books are usually not $45 anymore.
What was the latest
I think
book that you read?
The last book that I read, actually, our friend Leslie, who was on the cruise with us, recommended to me, called The Final Girl Support Group. It's really good. So it's based off of a bunch of classic horror movies. So obviously they change it for the book, but like Freddy and Jason and Silent Night, Deadly Night, and all those. Basically, it's like the final girl in the movie who makes it after everybody dies.
Right.
It's like a support group for those girls. And slowly but surely a killer starts coming back and picking them off, and so it's like a figure them out, but it also has a ton of references to like those classic horror movies, and it's a pretty gory read.
But
actually.
you don't like that in a movie.
But I really liked the book.
Oh.
Like I really thoroughly enjoyed this book. It was really, really good.
Read all because you read all fiction.
Yes.
And I read all nonfiction.
Which is not as fun, but yes.
Well, it depends. Like, I'm reading a book now called Tough Without a Gun. And it is the biography of Humphrey Bogart.
That's, wow.
Who...
Sign me up.
Well, okay, it's pretty esoteric, but it's an amazing... guy had an amazing story.
Sure.
You know,
but I'm not reading to learn. I'm reading, like, as a form
as
of
an
entertainment.
Escape. I understand. I get it. I'm just...
Yeah. It was really, really, really good, though.
All right.
And honestly,
Poundcake
if you're like a horror fan, definitely check it out.
And Poundcake is probably 7 pages into that Kushner book that you got him.
He's not any more into it anymore.
Any more into it, Cody?
9 pages.
That's a lie.
Are you lying?
No, 9 pages.
You've read 9 pages.
That was
how many pages in the book?
Oh, I don't know.
Mary, you would know. You probably flipped through it.
I flipped through it, but maybe
He goes, I don't know. I
200?
haven't gotten that far. You know, you can open the back cover up and just look at the number at the bottom of the page, right?
You can also take the box tops and not eat the cereal. But
Oh my gosh, 492 pages.
What?
Reference.
What the hell? That was the worst analogy I've ever heard. You can also take the box tops and not eat the cereal.
Where'd you pull that from?
Yeah, he was trying something, but
Nothing. You know when
you don't know how
No,
many
I know what
pages.
box tops are, but what does that have to do with?
Because it's cheating. You're supposed to eat the cereal.
Nobody. What? Oh,
Also,
you
no
mean
one
if you're
said-
mailing the box tops?
Yeah,
No one
like
said
it's
the
still a
box
thing.
tops.
This
This is
in like 30 years.
1975.
Yeah.
Even I know that. The Jared Kushner book.
492 pages.
There you go. So only 483 pages left.
Look at you, Math King. You did it.
You know, seeing as how Mary is probably the only person that didn't work in the Trump administration who bought a copy of that book. So she's out there. She's an outlier.
I'm trying, man.
Yeah.
Trying to get his numbers up, you know.
So how many, let's extrapolate. Let's just, some conjecture here.
Okay.
How many pages do you think you will have read once you've had the book for a year, Cody?
I don't know.
She got it to you for Christmas.
Last Christmas.
So I'm gonna put it. I'm getting a shelf above my toilet in my bathroom, and that's what. That's
No, it's fine.
So that's where I'm
it's
gonna-
a book for the crapper.
yeah. That's what I'm gonna put it on. But I don't have the shelf yet. So when I order the shelf on Amazon, I can put it together. And
Why
it'll come
will
out
it
of my
go
box.
there?
Because I feel like that's where I'm most likely. I'm not gonna read a book in my bed.
I see.
I got.
You won't
Netflix
just put a
and-
little stack on the toilet tank?
I don't have a tank. That's why I
Oh,
need the shelf.
right.
Yeah, remember? It's just like that weird
Otherwise, I would.
line.
Yes, he's
no,
got
I need a
right.
shelf now. I have all like my towels and all my toiletries in my actual closet.
Or just
in my
carry
room.
a book in with you.
No.
You don't ever do that?
I don't read on the toilet. I can't do anything else on the toilet. Even if I take my phone into the bathroom with me to poop, it's like my brain can't do both things. The minute I set my
Really?
phone
You
down,
can't-
I'm
not-
dead serious. The minute I set my phone down, I can poop easier, but I cannot do it while I'm on my phone.
You're like
I'm
poop
also-
shy with your phone.
Not even poop shy. I'm also one of those people, though, who waits until like the last second.
That should make it easier.
So that way I go in and then it comes out and I'm done. Well, that's what I'm saying is I don't need my phone. I'm usually in there for
She's gonna
like
be in and out.
a minute or two.
Right, but I was saying like you should be able to poop while you're looking at a reel on Instagram.
I don't need to is my point.
No, I'm with
Going
you.
for it.
Get
I'm
in
going
and
to
get
go
out.
poop for 30 seconds and come back, be done.
Get in and get out.
Right.
Well, some people can't handle that 30 seconds without their phone. I've got to take a break here. I will have, Flogging Molly is coming back to Cleveland. Want to go see those guys? The Flogging Molly show is at the Agora on Friday night, September the 15th. And so if you want a couple of tickets, I will hand them off after the break. 5:30, we're still giving away, I think this is maybe the last week, maybe next week, still giving away trips to Vegas for our iHeartRadio Music Festival, which is the middle of next month. So still plenty of chances for you to win one of those for you and a pal. That next keyword coming up at 5:30.
win your way to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival and $1,000.
You'll be there for a weekend full of superstar performances, never-before-seen collaborations.
And once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
I want to see them all.
Foo Fighters, Fall Out Boy,
Kelly Clarkson,
Kane Brown, Lil Wayne, Lil Durk, Miguel,
Public Enemy,
Sheryl Crow,
Travis Scott, Tim McGraw,
TLC.
30 Seconds to Mars.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival.
September 22nd and 23rd.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas.
Streaming live